Welcome, modelers. So today we're going to do something a little bit different and decide to get a little bit more festive. And we are going to go over my top picks for the holidays for kind of a little bit of a gift guide. So a few of the different products that I've looked at and just do a big, massive review of some of the products. And not get into really a full unboxing, but pretty much just tell you what's on my list and a few things that I've actually stolen from under the tree. Don't tell my wife. So first up, by far, one of the best kits that has come out for this year is the Tamiya P38. So there's two different variants of this. I'll put in a few different photos in the video and a few different locations that you can get to. It's a super popular item. The kit just went together very, very, very well. So that is my number one item that we will be looking at. So we'll, if you want to get a more detailed review, I do have a review, which I'll put in the links. So the next one, sadly, I don't have it here. But if somebody's watching and they want to give me it for Christmas, wink, wink. But it's something that I want to show because it just barely came out and it's amazing. So I have a basic airbrush holder, just kind of the rod type, and it doesn't work too well. I've got a bunch of like some stains from the paint cup just flipping over and stuff. It just doesn't do what I want. But with this actual, looks like it's 3D printed one, what it's actually able to do is hold it in place, and it's dead on solid. You can get them in just a single all the way up to 4 of them. And so I've got some pictures there of what that will look at. And so that's going to be one of mine. It's a little more expensive, but if you look at some of the other items that are around similar quality, or even some stuff that I've seen 3D printed online, it's pretty comparable in price, but still can get up to about, like, I think $40 getting into like a 4 holder. So that is number 2, is getting into a brand new airbrush holder. All right, so item number 3 is going to be a new single-sided sprue cutter, or nipper, depending on who you talk to, from Dspiae, I guess is what it's pronounced. So I've already been using this. On the Millennium Falcon, it's been just a giant time saver. I imagine it's not as good as the God Hand one, but it's also a good chunk of change less. I think this was about $35 or something around there. And it's adjustable, and it is very sharp. It's really upped the game when it comes down to working on my projects, because I barely have to do any cleanup after I snip it. So when you look at how much I have to snip on that Millennium Falcon, well worth its weight in gold right there. So if you're using just really old snippers or wire cutters, up your game and go to one of these. So that is item number 3. Okay, number 4 is going to be the Tamiya Marder one. So this one I actually just barely finished. It went together really well. There's a few sink marks, I mean, not sink marks, but ejection pin marks that you gotta fix on the inside, but otherwise it's Tamiya. Went together really fast. Surprised how small it was. I thought for a second I got it in 1/48 scale, but no, 1/35. Because if you compare it, it's almost the same size as my elephant that I'm working on. But so when you put that in perspective, it's pretty good. But beautiful, beautiful, real fun. Gives you a whole bunch of different weathering opportunities. I decided to give it a little bit of a whitewash, and so there'll be some more reviews and techniques that I'm looking at for on there. I haven't been showing you guys much videos of me working on my tanks lately because, to be honest, I'm learning. I don't consider myself an expert yet. I'm very much in the experimenting figuring stuff out, watching other people phase. So that'd be that. All right. So next up on my list is basically any of the Eduard P51s. And so this is the one that I picked because I kind of liked some of the color schemes on it. There was a few other ones that worked pretty well. There's a brand new F6DK version that just is now being released. And I've already opened it up. It has some great details to it. It's basically the winner of the Pony Bash. If anybody is following on with Scale Modeler's Critique Group and Doogs. So I was a little worried about some of the exhausts, but so with that, I went in and picked up the Big Sin kit from Black Friday and got some different exhaust stacks, and then why not go for it all, get the bronze landing gears, cockpit, resin wheels, and I couldn't decide which exhaust stacks, so I bought one of each. I think I'm going to be going with the D, more of the uncovered ones, whatever you want to call it there. So can't wait to get started on that. So that is going to be the P51D. That's my number 5 choice. Alright, so number 6. Lately you probably haven't been seeing too much of videos from me, but things have been going on and I've been working on a few different other projects, some commission stuff, and I've also been getting in tanks. So my next one is going to be anything from Ryefield. So one that's coming under the Christmas tree basically is this Panzer IV. Comes with photo etch, comes with all the goodies in it. 2-in-1 version with workable tracks. I'm still working on figuring out how to make the tracks fully workable, but just a pleasure of a kit to build compared to some of the other stuff. So I can't wait to get started on this one, but I told myself I'd get finished on the other ones. So I've actually got, this is the Ryefield Panther, and that one has just been a joy to build. Only a few little curiosities to the instruction manual, but overall I've been loving it. So either Panther kit, but I don't think you can go wrong with anything from Ryefield. So that's going to be there. This one at the shop is 64 bucks is what I picked that up for. So that's going to be choice number 6. Now moving on to number 7. If you're on a little bit more of a budget and still want to do something with tanks, take a look at anything Das Werk. With here, basically it's with cooperation of TACOM, so it's basically a TACOM kit. And so here's another Panther. This one I got from Andy's Hobby from Black Friday. It was only 20 bucks for this thing. I might go ahead and play around with some different weird color schemes, or some Zimmerit or Zimmerit, whatever it is. So that is something I'm going to be playing around a little bit with. But this one, if you want to save a little bit of money, this would be a great armor choice, coming around under 40 bucks for something like that. And I've already looked on the inside. The tracks, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it gives you a little bit of a jig to work them and put them on. So I don't know if I'm going to run those or if I'm going to get other ones, but nonetheless, it looks like a pretty awesome kit for the money, and gives you a few, photo etch options. It's not like a bargain kit by any means, so it's quite good. I'm looking forward to put together that beast as well. So there's that. Now last, as a bonus, you got to get some stocking stuffers. So I've got item number 1448. No, I'm kidding. Is basically anything Eduard 144 scale. So I've got a whole collection. I think I've got nearly one of each of them. basically what they've done is they've taken plats and similar manufacturers that are really small and hard to get around the world unless you're in Asia, and then they pair it up with their masks, and then they use their decals, and these have been awesome. They've been going together really easily, really fun to just build a little baby model. And this is very much something that can be a stocking stuffer. So that's my bonus item for there. But otherwise, hopefully everybody is staying safe for the holiday season. And if there's something that you have that I missed that is very much something on your wish list that you're like, oh, what? How can we not talk about the blah, 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 blah that's coming out? So there is that. Didn't add anything that was pre-order. That's going to be, February probably when it comes out. So there's a few options there. And beyond that, but tell me in the comments, what is on your Christmas list? What are you looking for Christmas? Tell me what I'm missing from mine, and maybe I'll add to the list too for me. So, happy holidays, and we'll see you next time.